Hackers don't break into your computer, you let them in. Back in 2020, state-sponsored hackers gained access to huge chunks of the US government, specifically their unclassified networks, alongside dozens of Fortune 500 companies. They didn't bypass advanced digital firewalls or crack passwords. Instead, they hid malicious code inside a routine, trusted software update from an IT company called SolarWinds. The targets downloaded it willingly, completely unaware they were handing over the master keys to their networks. This is the defining rule of modern cyber warfare. An attacker rarely breaks your door down, they convince you to open it yourself. And the crazy thing is, this isn't even a new internet invention. It's the oldest military trick in the book. Back in the 12th century BC, the Greeks couldn't smash through the walls of Troy, so they built a massive wooden horse, hid soldiers inside, and left it at the gates as a fake peace offering. The Trojans pulled it in themselves, and the city was destroyed from the inside out. Since modern malware does the exact same thing, hiding a trap inside something useful, we named it after that very horse. Fast forward 3,000 years and nothing has fundamentally changed. A wall is completely useless if you invite the enemy inside. And this isn't just a modern broadband problem either. Back in 1989, long before we were all online, the world's first ransomware used this exact trick. An evolutionary biologist mailed 20,000 floppy disks disguised as AIDS research questionnaires to medical labs worldwide. The second researchers popped those disks in, the hidden Trojan woke up. But it didn't strike right away. It just sat there, counting how many times the machine turned on. On the 90th boot, boom. It locked the hard drive, encrypted everything, and demanded a $378 check mailed straight to a P.O. box in Panama. The tech evolves, but the trap stays exactly the same. So what actually happens once a Trojan gets inside your system today? It changes identity based on what the attacker wants. A common one is a RAT, or Remote Access Trojan. Picture this. You're just sitting at your desk, completely oblivious, while a total stranger miles away is watching you through your own webcam, reading your private files and recording every keystroke you type. Then you've got banking Trojans. The most infamous one was called Zeus, and it was maliciously brilliant. It didn't crash your PC or move money instantly. That would trigger alarms. Instead, it just sat there silently in the background, waiting for you to type your username and password to your bank's website, then snag that data right out of the form boxes before your browser could even secure it. But modern Trojans rarely operate as lone thieves. Instead, they act as stealthy scouts. They slip into a corporate network, map out every connected computer, and establish a permanent hidden backdoor. Once that door's unlocked, the operators sell access to dark web ransomware gangs. Those gangs march through, freeze every hard drive in the building, and demand millions to unlock them. This isn't some outdated 2000s threat either. Emotet, one of the most dangerous Trojans of the last decade, worked as exactly this kind of scout. It would quietly infect a network, then rent out its access to other hacking groups, turning a single infected computer into a marketplace listing. Law enforcement across the world eventually took it down in a coordinated raid, only for copycat versions to resurface within months. Every one of those attacks started the exact same way, so how do they actually convince you to let them in? Honestly, they just mess with your head. Hackers rely on two things: fear and greed. You might see a giant fake red warning flash across your screen, claiming your PC is infected. Panic sets in and you download the so-called cleaner tool, which is actually the virus itself. Or maybe it's greed. You want that $60 game for free, so you turn off your brain and hit download. here's how the trap actually springs. It's called the double extension trick. You download a file named document.pdf. Looks harmless, but Windows and Mac OS are designed to hide file extensions by default, just to keep your screen looking clean. The real name of that file is document.pdf.exe. That hidden .exe means it's a fully executable program. Double-click it then, and you're not opening a document. You've just given your operating system direct permission to fire up malicious code in the background. To sneak past your antivirus, advanced Trojans use a tactic called living off the land. They don't bring their own tools. Instead, they hijack legitimate built-in programs your computer already trusts, like Windows PowerShell to do the dirty work. Your security software just sees a normal Windows program doing its everyday job. And it gets worse once it's comfortable in there. What's your first instinct when a computer starts glitching? You restart it, right? With a Trojan, that reboot actually helps it. The malware uses that reboot to embed itself deep into your machine's boot configuration, so it reloads every single time you turn the power back on. It doesn't fight your antivirus at startup, it just waits. The second your normal apps load, those broken settings kick in, and the Trojan slips right back into the driver's seat. This is where the actual heist happens. The Trojan acts as the ultimate inside man, quietly calling home to a hacker's remote server and tossing the master administrative keys right over the digital wall. The hacker now has total control over your machine while you sit there safely assuming your computer is completely clean. So how do you actually stop this without just throwing money at more security software? It comes down to three things. First, turn on visible file extensions in your settings. That instantly kills the double extension trick. Second, deploy strict multi-factor authentication, so even a stolen password isn't enough to get in. Third, rigorously verify the exact origin of every file before you run it. And that brings us back to SolarWinds. Those IT admins didn't click a shady link. The attackers breached the trusted vendor first, hid the Trojan inside a routine update, and got the vendor's own systems to digitally sign it with a valid security certificate. When secure government networks checked the file, it looked perfectly authentic. It proves that true security means verifying every single gateway, no matter how trusted the source claims to be. 3,000 years after the fall of Troy, the fundamental rule of defense hasn't changed. It isn't about building a taller wall. It's about who you invite inside. Stop welcoming strange gifts through your gates. If this helped you understand Trojan horses, hit subscribe for more simple explainers. Stay safe and see you in the next one.